Hello, this is Adam with DreamMade Productions. This video is made possible by the very kind donations of viewers like you. Thank you. If you are in a position to help this channel improve quality and grow, please visit my Patreon page at www.patreon.com/DreamMadeProductions, linked below.
It is the 31st century, and mankind is once again at war. The battlefields of the future are dominated by huge robotic war machines known as battlemechs.
Hello, mech fans, and welcome to a very special heavy metal Sunday night. I'm Johnny Explosion, and I'm joined as always by my partner, Mike Powers. Glad to be here. We have quite the match for you tonight, folks. Here in the open plains of the GM Arena, we have two firsts. A new team is throwing in their hat into the cube ball ring. Tonight is the first exhibition match of the Mech Warriors representing House Arano. That's right, Johnny. These country bumpkins traveled all the way from the Reach, smack dab between Canopus and the Taurians. And man, Mike, does their luck stink. For their first qualifier, they draw up to face an official Federated Suns lance. No kidding, Johnny. House Arano fields their first cue ball team, and their very first match will be against a lance of warriors trained and outfitted by House Davion. Oh, their woes don't end there, Mike. From what I've been told, these are no normal mechs. The Federated Suns are taking the opportunity to test some equipment and designs. They put a binary laser cannon on a hunchback, Johnny. They sure did, Mike. We've seen them used before in the arena with mixed results. But the real wild card is what we can't see, Mike. Yeah, I heard they are fielding some kind of upgraded Myomer, Johnny. That's my understanding, Mike. From what I've been told, this new Myomer drastically increases the physical strength of equipped mechs. According to the Suns pit team, the new Myomer is slated to be the new standard for all military units going forward, and retrofitting is apparently already underway. I can't wait to hear more from Dave. He got a full-on inspection earlier. This stuff must be great if the Suns are committing to full replacement of existing systems. That's really going to eat into their industrial base. It sure is, Mike. And speaking of eating, this special match is brought to you by our good friends over at Triple F Burger. Mike, have you had their new Fox Burger? Got one right here, Johnny. So good. So meaty, so moist. And it is a perfect match for their corn fries. That's right, Mike. Now mostly made of 100% meat, and with a triple dose of Special F sauce. Say, Mike, do you know how it got its name? No, Johnny, how? Well, everyone knows that Hans Davion loves his Triple F. Well, they just took his signature order and added it to the menu. The Fox of New Avalon loves his Triple F burger. No kidding, Johnny. So good. Geez, that's it. I want another. That would be the special sauce at work, Mike. Special F sauce uses advanced biochemistry to stimulate the pleasure centers, drastically improving your dining experience. Wow, Johnny, I could get used to this. Man, a Fox burger would be good every day. That's the idea, Mike. Feeling hungry or just a little down? Head over to Triple F Burger and order yourself a Fox burger. It's Han's favorite, and remember to let him know that Johnny sent you. It looks like there is a delay getting the team on the field. Maybe Dave can tell us a little more about it. This improved Myomer. Good idea, Mike. Dave, what have you got? Thank you, Johnny and Mike. I got a special look at the new Federated Suns improved Myomer. I have to say I am impressed. While bulkier than normal Myomer, this new formula is almost 4 times as strong for the same weight. I was lucky enough to sit in during a test. Their hunchback managed to lift twice its normal rating. That's as much as an Atlas. They were also testing the hunchback's battle fists. One punch was enough to rip through testing armor rated at 10. I've only seen an Atlas do that. That sounds too good to be true, Dave. What's the catch? Well, Mike, like I said, it's bulkier, but other than that, not much. These are official AFFS battle mechs, so we have the military technicians down here instead of the normal pit crews. It must be hard to get information then. They did say there is some stuff they just can't talk about. But for the fans, they have let out little things. Apparently, they are ramping up production in a big way, Johnny. Word is, this stuff will be the new standard going forward on all AFFS battle mechs. That's gonna be a real problem for the other houses. How is that, Mike? The age-old Davion run dry won't work anymore. Davion run dry, Mike? We don't see it used too much here in the arenas, but in a real-life battlefield, Federated Sun's reliance on autocannons can be exploited. Keep them firing, then move in once the rounds run dry. Takes the fire out of the fire and maneuver part of Fed Sun's tactics. An empty autocannon is not much of a threat. I see where you're going, Mike. If the Federated Sun's medium mech can pack the physical punch of an assault mech, while staying cool and mobile using their autocannons to close the distance, that will be quite the combo, Mike. Yeah, no kidding. And that's why Heavy Metal Sunday Night is a great show, folks. We have Mike Powers, retired mech warrior, bringing real-life combat experience that us arena vets would just not have thought of. Ah, shucks, Johnny. Hey, Dave, got any more interesting tech tidbits for us? A few more. The techs say they recently got a brand new Lyran-built Hatchetman battle mech. They are still converting to use the new Myomer. It would have been in the team today, but they just did not have time to complete the conversion. Seeing what that Hatchetman can do on its own, I can't wait to see that mech once it's ready for the arena. Me either, Dave. Mike, what do you think? If you are on Team Arano, what do you do? I don't know that much about these newcomers, but their mechs are pretty standard. My advice, keep moving, stay out of arm's length. The Dervish may make that a little difficult if those mediums can punch like assaults. What about their Stalker, Mike? Hard to say. The Stalker assault mech is normally a powerful weapon, but it's slow. If those mediums with the juiced up Myomer run up on it, it would not take long for them to tear it apart. It's quite the challenge to overcome, but you know what's not a challenge, Mike? No, what, Johnny? Signing up for this year's Mechapalooza. Our partners over at Comstar has made it easier than ever to get Mechapalooza or any of our pay-per-view extravaganzas. Wow, Johnny, I remember when I was a kid we had to go down to the local Comstar tower and sign up. That's a thing of the past, Mike. In cooperation with most local house networks, Comstar can now deliver all the action-packed mayhem of Mechapalooza, Metcade, the Cube Ball Championships, or any other of Solaris' own pay-per-view events. That's crazy, Johnny. Wow, they really are wizards. No kidding, Mike. Ask your local carrier about the Comstar Solaris 7 pay-per-view automatic network. Not available on all worlds. Limitations may apply. House notes to C-Bell conversion fees may apply. But don't miss out on upcoming matches. The Killer Commandos will be making their return at Mechapalooza. You don't want to miss out on the carnage. Hey, Johnny, looks like they are all set up and ready to go down there. Yep, that's the Claxton and we are off. Yep, look at that, Johnny. The House Davion Lance is headed center. I'm not sure why Arano is turning south. It looks like they are splitting up. The Quick Draw and the Vindicator going south, while the Phoenix Hawk moves center. Looks like they are moving the Stalker into bombardment position. Looks like the Dervish is cutting north. I don't know how long he can counter battery that Stalker, though. Looks like Arano is focusing on that Hunchback. Normally a good move, Johnny, but with that binary laser, I don't know, keeping it away is not as important, and it just can't do the damage that AC-20 does. That's a lot of fire going towards that Phoenix Hawk. Oh, looks like one of those LRMs got him in the head. He's lucky that was just a missile. Phoenix Hawk head armor is pretty thin. Sure is, Mike. Looks like you were right. That dervish is taking up cover. Looks like he is going to be bombarding. Hey Johnny, that is a brave Phoenix Hawk. He ran right up behind the dervish, but now the Federated Sons have a clear shot on him. Yep, there goes the Hunchback. The Arano forces are setting up a pretty good kill box though, Mike. The Vindicator and Quick Draw to the south, while the Stalker holds the center, and the Phoenix Hawk to the north. Maybe, Johnny. Still, we haven't seen what this new Myomer can do. Very true, Mike. I'm interested to see how... Holy crap, Mike! The Phoenix Hawk, it just dropped the dervish. That Alpha Strike mostly hit the rear center torso, and my board is showing the dervish just lost its engine. That's not good for the Federated Sons, Johnny. He even kicked the Centurion for good measure. No kidding, Mike. They were outgunned going in, and now they just lost their heaviest unit. And the Hunchback totally missed with all those weapons. A dervish down and nothing to really show for. It looks like both sides are having trouble connecting. That's a lot of fire flying down there, but very little hitting. The Quick Draw's lasers missed, but some of those missiles hit the Enforcer. On both sides, that was a lot of wasted munitions. Oh, look, Mike. House Arano really knows their stuff. Jumping back like that, now the Federated Sons have to worry about a threat in the backfield. His heat is high from that Alpha Strike, and now the jump, he may be setting up for the old hit and fade loop. Oh, Mike, we have a death line forming up down there. It's a real problem when you group up like that. Everyone moves in for those rear shots. Situations like this are extremely dangerous. The Centurion just tagged the Vindicator with that AC-10, and holy crap! That kick almost took off its leg. Man, that new Myomer. Wow. That was a hard hit, Johnny. My board shows he lost 2 heat sinks from the autocannon. The kick missed anything vital, but man, did it strip off the armor. The Quick Draw just savaged him in return. Looks like we got some smoke coming out of the back of the Centurion now. Sure is, Johnny. Those SRMs took out his LRM launcher. He kicked him, but man, after that last one, it's just not as impressive now. You were right, Mike. The Phoenix Hawk is just cooling down. Oh man, Johnny, the Enforcer just backhanded the Vindicator in the head. I'm showing internal damage. He just missed the cockpit, Johnny. I think the Arano Mech Warrior is feeling a draft. The new Myomer is amazing. They are breaking up that line. No one wants to be in that situation for long, Johnny. That Quick Draw is going to be a problem for the Centurion that close in. The Arano Vindicator is calling it. He is bugging out. I can't blame him for that. But a dervish for a Vindicator is a bad trade, Johnny. Looks like the Phoenix Hawk is being more conservative this time. Large laser only. That Alpha Strike can be risky. He may be trying to keep the pressure on now that they are losing their Vindicator. Ooh, that's another big punch. Ouch. That Enforcer hits harder than it should. The Hunchback misses with that binary laser again. Man, has he hit anything with that weapon yet? Yes, but not much. That binary laser gives him some extra range, but personally, I would have stuck with the AC-20. Arano picked the right mech for this, Johnny. Flipping those big stalker arms means he can defend himself against the Enforcer being behind him. The Enforcer did some damage, but it cost him his autocannon. It looks like they are trying to converge on the Stalker, Mike. Not sure that's a good move. Then again, that new Myomer really changes the game. It does, Johnny. Looks like the Vindicator made it safely to the stable. They are trading fire down there, Mike, but Fed Sun still just can't seem to hit much. There may be something wrong. They are missing shots they really should hit. The Hunchback did manage to tag the Stalker in the center torso with that blazer, but that's just not going to... Oh man, that punch though, it just cracked the Phoenix Hawk's left torso arm. He is Alpha Striking in return, but that's just not a great trade. Mike, what would you do? Normally, he would be right to move in and add those machine guns to the mix. But no, with this new Myomer, forget the meat grinders, stick to the lasers and stay back. Another laser barrage from the Stalker's flipped arms. Man, as usual, you're right, Punch. Those punches are devastating, but the Enforcer can't trade like that. The Stalker has to go down. The Myomer gives the Enforcer a big advantage, but no Enforcer can stand up to quad mediums forever. They are still moving towards the Stalker. It looks like the Centurion is trying to get behind the Quick Draw. The Phoenix Hawk is moving in on the Enforcer. That is exactly what he doesn't need. Trading with the Stalker, even its rear is hard enough. Add in the Phoenix Hawk. Ooh, you were right, Mike. He just lost his right arm. That punch to the left arm isn't going to cut it. The small laser hit the head, but I doubt that will be enough. Looks like they fixed whatever's wrong with that blazer. He just took off the Quick Draw's right arm. That's going to lower his effectiveness. But oh, he just opened up on the Centurion, and man, some of that had to go internal. Is he limping? It did, Johnny. The board shows the foot actuator is failing. The Phoenix Hawk is moving in again. He must have cooled down, and oh, and look, the Enforcer just went airborne. He is getting behind the Phoenix Hawk. Look at them all. They are trying to protect their rear now. That's a big problem when you're getting in that close. Anyone can get behind anyone else. Ouch! That punch to the rear left torso of the Phoenix Hawk. It looks like he pulled out some internal structure. He did, Johnny, but the board is still green. He was super lucky. Look, Mike, the Quick Draw just lost his right torso to that binary laser cannon hit. Oh yeah, I'm not a fan, but it can do a lot of damage. Oh, the Stalker just blasted the Enforcer with his quad mediums and both SRM-6 rounds. He is really hurting. They are moving. Again, the Phoenix Hawk is moving in for another rear shot. If I were the Hunchback, I'd be nervous. The Centurion is moving in to assist, but the Phoenix Hawk has been a thorn in the Federated Sun's side since this all started. Man, those punches. Normally a punch to the center torso of a Stalker would not do much, but man, it chunked off some of that armor. The Phoenix Hawk worked over the rear of the Hunchback, but it looks like the armor held up. Oh, those punches are impressive, but quad mediums and dual SRM-6 tracks are too. Man, somehow the Enforcer is still standing, but it blew out the shoulder. Look, Mike, there goes the Phoenix Hawk again, right behind the Enforcer. Not sure about that move. There might be less armor on the front. Good point, Johnny. He is looking very rough. There we go, though. They are all in arm's reach of that Stalker. Normally, that would be worrying, but with that improved Myomer, this could be bad even for that assault mech. They are gunning to finally take down the Enforcer. The Quick Draw dug into his left leg. Oh, those kicks are just mean, but oh wow, the Enforcer just went up. Those lasers and missiles must have found his AC-10. The Hunchback's lasers got the Stalker pretty good, but another big kick to that left leg, he might lose it, Mike. They are dancing around down there again. The Quick Draw moving back and forth, trying to stay with the Hunchback. They have a lot of fire back and forth down there. The Hunchback got a good chunk on the Phoenix Hawk. He is the only one left in good shape, Mike. Oh, scratch that. The only one left. Those lasers and missiles from the Stalker just finished coring the Centurion, and down it goes. He is alone down there. Can't imagine he will stay in much longer. He hasn't thrown in the towel yet, Mike. The Phoenix Hawk is backing off. But what is the Davion pilot doing, Mike? Is that a charge? Looks like it, Johnny. Looks like he is betting on it taking down the Stalker. If he does, he could pull it out. Ooh, they are taking him to task, Mike. That's a lot of damage. It is, but it did not stop him. Jeez, holy crap. Did a long Tom just hit that Stalker? He's still standing, but holy cow. That's a lot of damage for a short run. That's it, Mike. The Hunchback is standing down. Looks like House Arano pulled off a huge upset. They sure did, Johnny. Man, that new Myomer is crazy. I'm getting a message, Mike. Looks like something's going on. We have a hard break coming up anyway. Let's go ahead to that while I get more info.
Comstar hopes you are enjoying this quality programming. Please remember all bills are due promptly at the end of each month. May the peace of Blake be upon you. And remember, Comstar, we are not just your best choice for your telecom needs. We're also your only choice.
Hey! Do you live in a high-crime area? Are you sick of gang shootouts and random drive-bys? Too many protesters outside your window? Or maybe tired of your neighbor's pesky dog messing in your yard? Well, we have the solution for you! It's a fucking tank security company! How are we different from all the other home security companies? One word, firepower! While they rely on a complex wiring system and annoying alarms, It's a fucking tank security company will park a fucking tank in front of your house. We have a track record of success. Imagine for a moment a car slowing down outside your pad. The windows roll down. It's time to duck and cover again. But then those bangers finally see that big old turret turn in their direction.
It was amazing. I actually heard them say it's a fucking tank, man.
That's right. We have them all. Goblins, patents, even demolishers. You want it? We got it.
They just rolled up their windows and pulled away. For the first time in a month, no new bullet holes.
Have a pool or a lake? No problem. Ask about our hover options.
I was so sick of cleaning up after my neighbor's dogs. Well, a few laser cannons solved that problem, if you know what I'm saying.
It's a fucking tank security company. Contact your local office or our corporate headquarters. Comstar Box 78891, Canopus 4.
We are back, folks. Well, it looks like the judges found some kind of virus in the targeting systems of the Davion team. Wow, Johnny, no wonder they performed so badly. No kidding, Mike. That new Myomer really saved them from a total blowout. To be honest, after seeing what this new Myomer can do, I'm glad I'm retired. This is Lost Tech level of power, and soon all Federated Suns mechs will be sporting this. Add to that the Steiner units that will sure to follow. Man, after seeing what these 50-tonners were doing, think of what those Lyran assaults will be capable of. Well, Mike, we are glad to have you here. Personally, I can't wait to see how this affects the upcoming Cube Ball season. From us on Heavy Metal Sunday night, welcome to the Party House Arano. Remember to come back next week for the first round of Cube Ball season. Also, make sure your pay-per-view is fully funded for Mechapalooza. Hello, this is Adam with Dream Made Productions. Thank you for watching my content. It really means a lot that you have given me the chance to entertain you. If you would like to support the channel, please visit my Patreon at patreon.com/DreamMadeProductions, linked below. Also below is a link for PayPal, or links if you would like to send crypto, if that's more your thing. Please know any amount that you give will be cherished and used to upgrade equipment and improve the channel. You can also help the channel by subscribing, turning on notifications, liking, commenting, and sharing my channel with anyone you think might be interested. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you enjoy the battle reps that are to come.